Thanks, John. Yes, the starters, Joe Scott, Sean McDonald, have them on their way with a mile and a half to go, and the Flying Phantom was just a little bit slow out of the stalls. That's the grey, trailing the field in the early part of the race. But quickest away, one of the early leaders, Mr. Confusion, in fact. Mr. Confusion with Saxon Maid looking for a rainbow. These three vying for the early lead. They're followed by Robert E. Lee, very prominent on the inside. Just after Robert E. Lee comes Proton. Up on the extreme outside, Whitechapel is running well also. But it's looking for a rainbow, being tackled now by Robert E. Lee. These are 1 and 2, followed by Proton against the rails, and then Mr. Confusion. And just in after that leading group, as they complete the first quarter of a mile, comes Warm Spell. Just in after Warm Spell against the fence is bit on the side, and after them Saxon Maid, who's dropped back a place or two. Whitechapel is now midfield in company with the Flying Phantom, who's made very good ground now. After the Flying Phantom, who still improves, going right up into about 8th place, comes Unforgiving Minute, who's followed by Folly Finesse. And they've now covered rather more than 3.5 furlongs, and towards the back of the field in this part of the race are Beaumont with Beecham Hero and Googly, and well last at the moment is the complete outsider Daru. They're inside the final 7 furlongs, and looking for a rainbow. Still makes the running from Robert E. Lee in second spot. After those, Proton. The Flying Phantom still making ground. Whitechapel is there, Cumbrian Rhapsody as well. And they're now at halfway in the Toad Credit November handicap, with still Michael Wigham and looking for a rainbow ahead of Robert E. Lee and Proton. After them, Penny a Day now beginning to finish well. Penny a Day, the 15-2 shot, second favourite behind, bit on the side at 7th. It's 9's Warm Spell, 10-1 bar this trio. Into the straight they come, and running on now down towards the final half mile, and Proton now comes through to dispute it. Proton with looking for a rainbow over against the rail. Blushing Flame is finishing well, staying on in the ground, 3.5 to run. Proton it is by a length from Blushing Flame, also trying to get on terms. Just in after those is Penny a Day. Just after Penny a Day comes a bit on the side. They've only got 2.5 to run. Proton with Penny a Day now coming very strongly indeed. Penny a Day bidding for a 4-timer and could well complete it. Penny a Day, but now Saxon Maid starts to run towards the extreme outside, nearest to us with the white sleeves. A furlong and a half to go. Penny a Day from Saxon Maid and Proton, and after those three comes bit on the side. They're nearing the final half furlong now, and it is Saxon Maid brought through by Jason Weaver to take it up late, and Saxon Maid is going to win this one in the end quite comfortably. They're finishing like routed cavalry, but Saxon Maid gains the upper hand. Saxon Maid and Jason Weaver win the November handicap from Penny a Day in second. Proton stays on to be third. Warm Spell in the end 4, followed by Blushing Flame, and then Beecham Hero, followed in by a bit on the side, John's Acton, Googly, then Cumbrian Rhapsody, the Flying Phantom and Beaumont. After them came World Express, reading back to Hills Are an Unforgiving Minute, then Daru. After them, Robert E. Lee dropped right away, and in the end the back markers included Whitechapel, Master Charlie, with Mr. Confusion, and also Gone for Burton. And in the end, more or less walking over the line were both William Tell and the long-time leader looking for a rainbow. So, the winner, the horse you just saw in shot, number 12, Saxon Maid, this Sadler's Well filly, owned by Sheikh Mohammed, trained at Newmarket by Luca Kamani. That takes him on to 47 for the season. It's a double for Jason Weaver. He's now within 2 of 200, an amazing score for him, champion apprentice only last year. In second place was number 3, Penny a Day, with Kevin Darley. In third was number 25, that was Proton, who ran really well with that overweight for Seb Sanders, and fourth home was number 17, Warm Spell, under Gary Bardwell. Saxon Maid, though, wins the race and wins it in the end very, very comfortably indeed. Saxon Maid and Jason Weaver, he's on now 198 for the season.
Tremendous effort this from Jason Weaver, and just 2 short now of that 200 score, and he's had a